Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be making some steak fajitas. I have some flank steak right here. Wash it off with some vinegar. First I'm adding some olive oil. And you want to put enough olive oil. I'm going to go in with 1 lime. I'm just going to squeeze that juice because I just like lime juice on steak. Then after squeezing this lime, I'm going to come in with some cilantro and some garlic. This is just going to make it taste really nice once it sit with all the season. I'm going to come back in with another lime. Then I'm going to come in with some paprika. Then we're gonna do some complete seasoning. We're gonna do some oregano and some black pepper, cumin. This is a black pepper I'm using. You can use whatever black pepper you have. We're just gonna go ahead and mix this in. Guys, all these ingredients, I get them from the farmer's market. I just went to my local farmer market and I pick it up. How beautiful the steak look. This is how you want your steak to look once you're done seasoning it. So now I'm gonna add some olive oil to the pot. I have the stove on medium to high heat. I'm gonna come in with some red bell pepper, orange bell pepper, some onions, and some jalapeno pepper. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And that jalapeno pepper is kind of hot. At first I didn't think it was, but it's kind of hot. So we're just gonna scrape that in. And this is like a whole onion and half a red bell pepper, half a orange pepper, and 1 whole jalapeno pepper. Hope I'm pronouncing it right. I'm gonna add some adobo seasoning. And we're just gonna sprinkle a little bit of it in. We're gonna come in with some black pepper. Use whatever black pepper you have. You don't have to use the brand that I'm using. We're just gonna sprinkle a little bit on because we do want to get some flavors on these vegetables. I'm just gonna mix it up and then I'm gonna allow it to fry up and cook. I want to say for about 5 minutes. Not too long. You don't want it to cook too long because you still want them to have a little crunch to it because we're gonna add the meat to them at some point. So we're just gonna mix it in, make sure the seasons are well incorporated into it. We're gonna cover it, let it cook for about 5 minutes, then we're going to come back. So this is what it's looking like after the 5 minutes. We're just gonna go ahead and scoop this out because we don't want it to overcook. So we're just gonna scoop this out and set it to the side, then we're gonna come back and cook the steak. So now we're gonna pour a little bit more olive oil into the same pot. We have this stove still on medium heat. We're gonna come in and we're gonna just pour all of our steak in with all the juices, and we're not gonna pick it out one by one. We're just gonna throw it in here. Then we're gonna mix it around. For your steak, you wanna cook until it tastes tender. For steak, you don't need to cook it for too long because if you overcook it, it will be too hard and hard to chew. So I wanna say about 10 minutes should be okay. 10-12 minutes should be all right. Once we add it, we're just gonna come in with our lid and we're gonna cover it and allow it to cook for 10 to 12 minutes. So after that 12 minutes we came back and this is what the steak is looking like. Guys, if it needs to cook for more than 12 minutes, let it cook, just taste as you go, because right now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna taste it just to check if it was cooked enough. When I taste and I was like, oh, it needs a little bit more season. I came back in with this adobo. I'm just gonna sprinkle it over, mix it around. Then guys, let me know in the comment what's your favorite Mexican food and if you have ever made it and how it came out. For me, my favorite Mexican food is always gonna be tacos. I love me some carne asada. I could eat that all the time with some sauce verde. This is my favorite Mexican food. I just love it. So let me know in the comment what's your favorite Mexican food. I also like Mexican rice and I'm gonna show you guys in a separate video how I made that. So guys, we're gonna let the sauce simmer out. This is what it looks like after taking out the steak. We'll let the sauce simmer out. Once it's simmer out now, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna add the steak, the onions, bell peppers, everything back to the pot, and we're just gonna go around and mix it around. Then I'm gonna allow this to just sit on low heat. I don't want it to really cook or anything. I just want it to stay warm. So I'm just gonna leave it on low heat. Guys, after mixing around, I did see that I needed just a little bit more season because obviously I'm tasting as I go. You should do the same thing if you're making any meals. I'm just sprinkling some all-purpose seasoning, just a little bit, give it a little bit more flavor. I know all this all-purpose gray seasoning might not be a Mexican seasoning, but me just need a little flavor. This is a Mexican dish, but I'm making it the way I like it. And if you would want to try this, guys, go ahead and try it. Let me know how it tastes in the comment. Also, as I said, let me know what's your favorite Mexican dish in the comment. So now it's all done. I'm just gonna go ahead and put the lid over it and allow it just to stay in low heat to stay warm until the meal is completely finished. So to a separate pot, I'm just gonna go ahead and we're gonna use these corn tortillas, white corn tortillas. I let the pot get hot, so I had the pot on like high heat. I'm just gonna add my tortilla in. And you know, you could add a little bit of oil, I guess, if you want to this, but I wouldn't recommend. Just add the pot, let it get hot, add your tortillas, just for them to get warm. Just gonna take my hand and go ahead and just flip them over. If you're not a pro at using hot stuff, don't use your hand to flip it. You will get burned. Just go ahead and use like a spatula to pick it up. For me, I'm just gonna take it out and I'm gonna fold them, and that's gonna be the end of the meal, guys. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Look at my tortillas. They look so nice. They look like when you go to the Mexican restaurant. This is how they look. Guys, this was the end of the meal. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please comment, like, and subscribe to the video. I will post a separate video on me making this Mexican rice that you see on the plate. The video would just be too long if I was to add it to this video right here. Guys, you have a good one. Subscribe to the channel.